Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ram. Great 15. 82. Black.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Working from the gun, Wentz toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you got to think about it, don't you?
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They go play action here on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 62 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Give him 30 yards there.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point.
Porky, 82, Porky. Here we go.
They'll run with a second-year man. This is Jay Ajayi. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for on the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
Right back to him on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's 5-2.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Porky, 82 Porky. That's it.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Here we go. 120.
Wentz now on third and goal. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to slither by, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Hicks leading the surge there. He drops in for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They do go for it. It's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Now Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Play action. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. Going long here for Wallace. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
We're good.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Lion.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Lion, lion. Lion, lion.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Forward toe, go. Girl, back man. Waiting. Wrap.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Go, waiting. Black. Win.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A 1st down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Lion. Back. Waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And some room to roam now. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Aguilar has it. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Wentz to throw again. Being chased out left. Goes underneath for Sproles. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Great. Here we go. Waiting. Run.
Now Wentz got to have this one. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Leroy Reynolds in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Now Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Run. 2 jet. 280. Great 15. Great 15. Great.
Wentz to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
To throw is Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. from the gun on third down. Wentz flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Doug Pederson's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw of overtime for Wentz. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Doug Pedersen's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This one through. Well, we thought this game would be a good